Hello, it is January 9th at 4:46 p.m. It's 27 degrees outside. I'm doing this recording kind of late. I'm still kind of sick. I've tried to record this video a couple times and I'm having trouble with it because it's kind of a hard topic to talk about for me, I guess. And I'm just trying to find the right way to word it where I feel comfortable with how I'm wording it. The topic is projection and what projection looks like and how we can identify it in ourselves. Projection's kind of difficult because it has a lot to do with what you believe, and sometimes it's not very good. There can be positive and negative projection, but I'm going to focus on the projections that we punish ourselves with, because I really think it's important to notice how you punish yourself in order to get away from doing that. And I think projection is one way that maybe we punish ourselves without realizing, because we've hidden those thoughts in other people by projecting them onto them. One of my examples that I have, because I'm an artist, is sometimes when I'm making my work, I can hear other people in my head criticizing my work while I'm making it, or when I'm thinking about showing it to someone. I can just hear people like, oh, that's, whatever they're saying. And it's me doing that. I project it onto someone else, and they are saying it to me, and I can be sensitive to that, but it's a projection. The truth is that I feel that way about my work. I'm criticizing my work, and I'm very sneakily hiding it in other people by putting those words in their mouth, because it removes the responsibility that I have for the information. It removes the responsibility that I have for the shame that I'm projecting at myself through other people. Another way that people do this is the sensitive part of the topic. It's kind of a sensitive topic because nobody wants to hear that they may be punishing themselves by projecting their shame through other people. One of the ways that we do this is with our bodies. Like, if for some reason you find your body unacceptable, you might blame society for it, which is fine because society can echo these things back at us and can create the shame inside of us as well. Because buy those products, buy that stuff, get those injections. Well, okay, whatever. Please no. I understand for people who need to use it because they see no other way, but the point that I'm making is that the shame is inside of you. The shame lives inside of you, that no one can make you feel ashamed. The shame has to live in here first, and then when it comes at you from the outside, it resonates with something that lives in here already, and that's when you feel the shame. If you probably experience this in a thing where you feel no shame, if there's something that you feel no shame about, like say you're really proud about something that you do, and something comes up where it's like, shame, whatever it is, you should feel bad about that, and you don't. You're just like, whatever, like, I don't even know what you're talking about. Sometimes you're just confused because you're like, whatever, why should I care about that? I don't, there's things like that we feel where you can tell that shame doesn't live inside of you, because when it's like coming at you, you're just like, what is that? Okay, whatever. So if you're feeling shame about something, it lives in here first, and this is where you need to go to fix it. Projections are really useful in healing shame, because they tell you what the shame is. If you want to change your body because you're ashamed of your body, part of the issue that you're having in your body could be the shame itself. Like, maybe it's the shame that's keeping you stuck with your own body. So if you're driven to change your body because of shame, it might help you to find a way to correct the shame first. Like, okay, but what can I do to not be ashamed of my body anymore? And when you start feeling like you want to heal your body, you want to take care of your body better because you like your body, you love your body, and you want your body to be healthier, and you want to feel stronger, you want better things for your body, you just want that because you love your body, you care about your body. That's different than shaming your body to be better. I know parents sometimes drill this into us without realizing, because they don't really know how to get a child to do something without shaming them. Like, go clean your room, you pig, or whatever, your room's a filthy blah blah blah, go clean it. Instead of, hey child, it would probably be easier for you to find your toys if they were organized, or you would probably enjoy playing in your room more if you had more space to play, just stuff like that, where you, instead of shaming a child about what's wrong, you can offer reasons why cleaning your room is attractive and healthy, and it might be something that you may enjoy as opposed to something you should be shamed into doing. I think that's the mistake society makes, is shaming people into doing things. Whoops. But projection a lot of times is the way that we shame ourselves to do things. Like, we pick it up right where society left us, and we're like, all right, shame, let's go conquer the world. Shame, let's go, shame ourselves into living our lives about things like how I shamed myself about my laundry. So projection, it's a little rough because it sounds like I'm saying it's your fault, but it's not really your fault. It's just your responsibility to look at these things that you may be thinking other people are thinking about you, and then to realize that unless someone explicitly tells you to your face something, you're not a mind reader. You don't know what they're thinking. You have no idea. If you say this is what they're thinking, it's an automatic no, that's what you're thinking actually, and you're telling them what they're thinking. I've had people be mad at me and tell me what they think the reason I'm doing something is, and I'm just like, that didn't even cross my mind. I had no idea that's what I was thinking, because it wasn't, but that's a person telling you what they think. When someone tells you what you think, they're actually telling you what they think. Same thing with projection. When you're telling yourself what other people are thinking of you, you're actually telling yourself what you are thinking of you. And that can be really difficult, because it's sometimes it's really painful. It can be really painful. Some of the things we tell ourselves is like, we would never tell someone that we love or care about those things. It's like, why would I do that? That's awful. There's a lot of people now who are like, would you tell a child version of yourself that thing? No. So stop telling yourself that. So projections are, I think, really important. Projections are really important to pay attention to, because it will tell you what you're thinking inside of yourself. It'll tell you the roots of some of your deepest worries, your deepest fears, your deepest pains, your deepest shames come to you through projection. And when you realize that you're doing it, you will learn a lot about your shadow, the version of you that is not conscious. There's something about you that's unconscious in your shadow. Projections, a lot of times, that's where they live, because we project, I believe, to remove our accountability for those thoughts, because it can be hard. It can be hard to know that, gosh, like that's what I'm thinking about myself. Like, it's painful. It can be painful, but it's really important. It's really important for growth to see these hidden parts of ourselves, and they're coming out of us. You just have to pay attention, and when you start catching it, that's like a gold mine of personal growth, is when you start seeing it. So Pay attention to your projections. Pay attention to the things that you think other people are thinking about you, even if it's triggering, especially if it's triggering, especially if it's offensive. If someone says something to you and you're triggered, it's something that lives inside of you that's resonating. That emotion is resonating. Because a person may say something and they may not be meaning to hurt you, but because the hurt already lives inside of you, that's when you're triggered, is when that's resonating. And I'm not saying get rid of your pain or deny it or anything, but it probably needs, if it's triggering you in a way that's really hard to deal with, it probably needs to be processed. Processing emotion, I'll probably cover that, but a quick and easy way to do it that I've noticed for me is just to sit with the emotion, feel it, and breathe continuously. Not like hyperventilating, obviously. Like, take a few more seconds to just breathe deeply and let it out. And then the minute you let it out, breathe back in, let it out, and sit with that feeling, no matter how uncomfortable it is, and just breathe through it. Don't intellectualize it. Don't ask yourself, why am I feeling this? What can I do to make it go away? What, why, how, where? Don't ask those questions. Just sit with the feeling and let yourself feel it. Like, I'm feeling this. And it's okay, and I'm safe. You know, you can tell yourself that it's safe to feel, it's okay, and just soothe yourself by giving yourself love in that moment, and to just breathe through it. It can help alleviate that feeling, and you'll feel when it starts to alleviate. It breaks up. It's like a storm. It just drifts apart, and you start to feel better. So you can do this. Look at how you're projecting, and if you have to write it down, journal it, the ways that you're projecting it. It's just, you're just gathering information about what you're doing without realizing. A lot of times it's unconscious, and that is like solid for growing and for observing these parts of ourselves, and trying to come up with ways to process that information and to come up with better coping mechanisms. So it's getting dark here. I hope everyone has a great day. I'm still sick, but I'm working on it. I hope everyone's doing good. And I will talk to you tomorrow. Bye.